Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Live Authentically with Krista. Today I want to talk about a topic that happens a lot. It happens a lot in, relationships and in marriages. It happens, a lot. So this one's for the men. This video is for the men. Okay? So it talks in the book of Proverbs, about a woman who's quarrelsome, a woman who's naggy, about the wife. In Proverbs 21, verse 9, it says, "Better to live on a corner of the roof than share a house with a quarrelsome wife." In verse 19, it says, "Better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome and nagging wife." The Word of God is true. It helps us with our life. But I just want to open up this conversation. I want to open up this topic because I don't think we should make excuses for behavior. I think a husband and wife, they need to do things as a team. When you step into a relationship, when you're dating to marry, you have to work together. You have to show up for one another. And then when you step into marriage, you're no longer two people, but you become one. According to the Word of God, you become one, and you become a union, and you become a team where it's no longer just two separate people, where you're actually working as a team to make your marriage fruitful and lasting. So I'm not going to excuse quarreling, the fighting and the nagginess, but I just want to brush on this topic. Why do people nag? Why do you think a woman nags? Is she crying for help? Is she crying for help and saying, "I need you. I need you, husband. I need you to show up for me. I need your help. I can't do this alone. I don't want to do this alone. I need you to show up for me. I need your help. I'm tired. I can't do this alone." So this isn't excusing your woman's behavior or your wife's behavior, but can you just reflect on your life? Are you showing up for her? Are you doing things as a team? Or are you leaving her to handle the relationship or the marriage by herself? Or are you showing up for her? And are you working together to make it work? Because it takes two people. It takes two people to work. Two people. It says in the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 3, "How can two walk together unless they agree?" You can't. You need two people to work things out. You need two people to make a marriage work. One person can't do it alone. You both need each other. You need to work together. It's a partnership. It's a union. So next time you feel like your woman might be just like, maybe she's complaining, or maybe she's crying for help. Maybe she's crying for help and saying, "I need you. I can't do this alone. I don't want to do this alone. I'm crying for help." Maybe she's trying not to nag you. Maybe she's trying not to complain, but maybe she's just saying, I need you. I need you to show up. I need your help. Okay, so I just really wanted to share upon this, this topic because it's mentioned a lot in the Bible. It's mentioned a lot. And, as a woman of faith, I do believe that if you work together, like I'm not married right now, but, in the future, when the Lord releases my, the man that God has for me, when that person decides that I'm his match, that he wants to walk next to me, then I do believe that in order to make that relationship, and stepping into marriage, I do believe that, when that takes place for anyone, that it has to be a partnership. It has to become an agreement to show up for each other every day, because that's what a commitment is. It's teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work, baby. That's where it's at. There's no I in team. You gotta work together. So just reflect on, if you are married right now, like if your wife complains or you feel like she's naggy, just ask yourself, are you showing up for her? Are you showing up for her, and are you doing your part too? Be gentle, communicate. Communication solves a lot of problems. Be vulnerable with each other. Be gentle with each other's hearts. But really, examine yourself and come together and talk. It's when you talk things out and you work things out, that's what draws you closer to one another. And that if you can have a conversation without yelling, can you have a conversation without yelling? Can you have a conversation without a slamming doors or slamming of the cupboard doors? Can you have conversations without those things? That creates a safe space. That creates a safe space when you can be in a marriage like that, where you don't have to yell, where you can be calm and have conversations in a calm manner, and that you can be vulnerable with one another. A peaceful love is important. A peaceful love where you can respect one another and where you can work together to get whatever it is done. Because when you work together and when you work as a team, that is what brings unity to your relationship, to your marriage. It brings unity. But when you're deciding to not show up for your relationship or your marriage, you leave your person by themselves. You leave them alone. It's like you abandon them. When you are not showing up, it's like you are abandoning them. But they need you. Because how can you work on a relationship or a marriage? How can you work on that and stay united unless you show up for one another? Fight for your relationship. Fight for your marriage. So I hope that this helps someone, but I just wanted to brush upon this topic because I think it's important, and to have an understanding. Why is someone complaining? Is it because they're trying to cry for help? It's their cry for help. So next time you're in a situation where your significant other, your future spouse, the person you're dating, who you're married to, when they're complaining, are they crying for help? Think about that. Keep an open mind. Because when you know when someone's crying for help, then you can help them and you could show up so that they don't feel alone. It takes two people to make it work, not one. It takes two. See you next time.